Hello everyone, Loremaster of Sotek here, and it's finally happened. The announcement that I've been warning you guys for months has finally occurred, and I just wanted to make a fairly brief video talking about it just to let everybody know and kind of have my thoughts on it. But Creative Assembly has announced that Total War Warhammer 3 is going to be pushed back to early 2022. This, I don't think, is a huge surprise for anyone that's kind of been keeping up with everything going on with Total War Warhammer 3. Obviously, the development cycle of this game and many games, many games have been severely impacted by COVID-19 and the pandemic. So, while it is unfortunate that the game does have to be pushed back a little bit, it seems, based on the information that I have heard and based on this update, that it's not a significant delay. We're not looking at a full year delay. We're looking at just a couple extra months. I think most people were hoping for a November or December release, but now it's looking like it's probably going to be somewhere in the ballpark of February to April, depending on how things go. So, while this is, I know, not what a lot of people want to hear, I do think this is good news, frankly, because it means that they are prioritizing the quality of the game over meeting deadlines and trying to just shove a game out the door when it's not ready. For those who maybe do not recall, or maybe have only joined the community in recent years, Total War Warhammer 2 had a very bumpy release. It was not complete garbage by any means of the imagination, but it did have serious issues where it did not have, the game just was not functioning as well as it needed to. And frankly, there ended up being a lot of things discovered about the game by Creative Assembly and its interactions with Warhammer 1 that made it where Warhammer 2 was not really able to be enjoyed in the way it was supposed to be until, if memory serves, like a year after it released. I mean, it was messy. And it took a very long time to integrate the game 1 into game 2 properly, get Norska out there on the field, and many other issues that I just don't want to go through that again. I don't want the community to have to be released a game that is functional, but not much more than that. This needs to be a jaw-dropping, beautiful release. And they don't feel confident that they're there yet. So they're pushing the game back just a few months. And I think that is beyond question the right decision. I am 100% supportive of Creative Assembly making this decision, and I think they are absolutely making the right choice. I know it's frustrating for a lot of people. I mean, as a content creator, for us, it undeniably would have been better to have the game released in November or December so that we could, really indulge in having that best avenue or best ad revenue stream while, the craziest content is coming out. But hopefully, they'll be able to just release lots and lots and lots of amazing stuff to show us all the new systems coming out in this game and everything about it as we're waiting for release day. I will say they have not confirmed any kind of release date. We just know that the release window has moved. So instead of the release window being late this year, it is now early next year, which is disappointing. But as I've said, and I will continue to say, this was inevitable and this was the right choice. I think the only thing I would have critiqued Creative Assembly for is that they probably should have made mention of this earlier, because I bet this is not something that they're just now deciding. I feel this was probably decided a while ago. And I also think that they probably announced Total War Warhammer 3 too early, because, we've been sitting in a lot of bizarre silence when it comes to a Total War title. That being said, I hope that even with this delay, This now gives them enough time to show off all of the factions and races and features, even going into a March or April release. Because they still have to show us Cathay, they still have to show us Zinch, they still have to show us Slaanesh, Nurgle, and the mysterious ninth character who's probably Bellicor. They still have to show us the new sieges. They still have to show us, like, they've only shown us 3 legendary lords so far, so we got another 6 legendary lords to go. They have not shown us the new minor settlement battles. They haven't shown us all of the new lores of magic and all the new characters, and we don't know what the map looks like yet. We haven't even seen them. We don't know like what the new combined map is going to be called. There's so many unknowns about the game, and if they're giving us like a new piece of information on a weekly basis for like the rest of the year and go most of early next year, I still think we could have a ton of content on a regular basis and come out with a release in the early year. You know, I did not feel it as much as some people did, but I know a lot of people have been very frustrated by how they kind of just dropped the trailer and then it was Kislev and Korn for like 2 or 3 months, and then just, and even getting to that there was a lot of radio silence, and then from that to this there was a lot of radio silence, and I am hoping those times are over. I would much prefer them to trickle release everything about the game as we approach the release of the game, as opposed to you know, going completely silent on the project for 2 or 3 months at a time and then just doing big drops and going silent again. So hopefully they're going to be doing a much more consistent release schedule going forward. But as very, very exciting news, they do say in this very same tweet that Grand Cathay will be revealed tomorrow. Grand Cathay, the most mysterious, enigmatic race in all of Warhammer Fantasy, comes out tomorrow. The reveal. I am so excited. I am so excited. Oh, please let please let there be the Dragon Emperor turning into a dragon. I gotta have somebody turning into a dragon. That is like the only piece of lore from Cathay that I am genuinely like, I need it. I need it. Everything else, like whatever, like I'm hoping to see terracotta soldiers. I'm hoping to see some kind of like fireworks or gunpowder, and I'm hoping to see dragons, and a man that can turn into a dragon. That's my wish list. Everything else is just gravy. Just gravy. I'm curious who they're going to be fighting. It could be that it'll just be Cathay versus Korn, but I would much prefer like Cathay versus Nurgle, or Cathay versus Zinch, or Cathay versus Slaanesh, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. But at least it's not all bad news, you know? Yes, the delay window has been pushed back. We don't have a release date yet still, but at least tomorrow we're going to have something crazy exciting to look forward to. And it's not more Korn and Cathay. And Kislev. We are finally out of the Korn and Kislev forest, and now we are heading into Grand Cathay. I cannot wait to see Warhammer China, dude. This has been one of my biggest dreams for as long as I've been a Warhammer fan, is always opening that world map and seeing Cathay on the map, seeing how huge it is, how geographically it is easily the largest empire in Warhammer Fantasy that's still standing. Because you could argue that the Lizardman's empire is actually technically bigger, but it's the largest human empire standing. And there are so many crazy myths, and China has such a rich history with such a rich mythology, and I just can't wait to see what they have in store for us. Based on how they've been going with Kislev and Korn, I think they did them very, very well. I have some minor gripes with Kislev in that I think they have too many bears for their, like, I don't think the ice witches and stuff need bears, and Kataryn not having her sled I think was a huge misstep. But other than that, I think this is all I love what they've done, and I can't wait to see what Cathay has in store for us. So thank you all so much for watching. I want to again really try to tell everyone, try not to be too disappointed by this. It's for the best, guys. I really do not want to see anybody like being really ugly and nasty to CA staff because of the delay. Like, just remember, they don't get to make these decisions. COVID has affected everybody. Like, even right now, I think last I heard, CA is like working from home again because they've got some, like, you know, things are kind of nasty over in England, just like they're nasty here where I live. So, you know, please be respectful. If you're really disappointed, feel free to vent that in appropriate spaces, but please don't attack employees or people that are trying to be excited about Cathay or any of that other stuff. You know, be appropriate. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. By the time this video goes live, I should be streaming on Twitch or about to go live on Twitch. So if you want to come chat with me about all of this, then feel free to join me on stream at www.twitch.tv/Loremaster of Sotek. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all around. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh God, I'm excited. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.